I had to be in California on Wednesday to be on the Soft White Underbelly podcast. And Tuesday night in Utah at about 10 o'clock, my tooth breaks off. I have a crown on one of my front teeth and it just comes right off. And I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? At least I have the crown, I'll super glue it back in. So I have a neighbor who's a pediatric dentist, and I call him and I actually called his wife and I said, is it okay if I super glue the tooth back in? Will it make me sick? And she's like, oh my goodness, what time do you have to fly out in the morning? Well, it was like 9 o'clock, so I've got to leave my house at like super early. Her sweet husband is willing to meet me at his dental office in the morning and glue it back in for me. I'll show you a picture at the end of me without the tooth and then me with the tooth. So that was a total miracle. That happened yesterday morning, and then I made the flight, ended up getting to LA and left my laptop on the plane, which again, like a huge ordeal for me because LAX is a big airport. So I end up having to go get the rental car, drive back, make it to get my laptop, which they told me that they wouldn't even do for me. They're like, this all has to be done online. I said, please, 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 I really. So the lady picks up the phone, calls, checks, they have the laptop, and someone runs it down to us. Another total miracle, needle in the haystack. So we get to the Soft White Underbelly studio, the interview goes well, and then we head out to Huntington Beach. I have my daughter CJ with me. We get to our hotel in Huntington Beach. My 2 nephews from Utah are staying in the same hotel. What are the chances? They're my daughter CJ's age. They all went to the beach. You cannot tell me these things are coincidence. Things that seem really hard end up working out in our favor, and I'm so grateful for that. And I remember when I was in prison and my tooth swelled up really big, and that scared the crap out of me because I had a 5-year prison sentence, and when your tooth is bad, they're gonna pull it. So I went to the dentist. I said, please don't pull my tooth. Is there anything you can do? He gave me an antibiotic and he said, I will do a root canal for you, which was, he says, I usually don't do that, but your teeth are really nice. He goes, I've got to drill through the crown and it might crack and you might end up being without a tooth the rest of your prison time. I said, I will take that chance. I grabbed his hands and said a prayer, and it was the best root canal I've ever had until the crown came off. But at least the crown came off when I was home and I could get it glued back